something hours. The sweat on my back's got my shirt soaked and sour. And oh, it's already gone. Second night's coming and I'm spinning back around. We're all caught up, can't hear or feel the sound. And oh, it's already gone. And here comes the feeling when you don't got nothing, and all you want to do is get up and start running. You can't hide long cause you know it's gonna start up again. Here's one thing that I know for certain, is life's too short to be worrying about you hurting for long. Oh, it's already gone. Got time but money's not something that's free. Seems the roll of the dice never rolls back to me. And oh, it's already gone. A bird in my hand, two cans in the other, start spinning around. Now here comes another, and oh, it's already gone. And here comes the feeling when you don't got nothing, and all you want to do is get up and start running. You can't hide long cause you know it's gonna start up again. Here's one thing that I know for certain, is life's too short to be worried about you hurting for long. Oh, it's already gone. And all you want to do is get up and start running. You can't hide long cause you know it's gonna start up again. Here's one thing that I know for certain, is life's too short to be worried about you hurting for long. Oh, it's already gone. Already gone. It's already gone.
Already gone. Pa, 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 pa. We love it. We love it. We are here. We have some head coaches in our sights, boys. They thought it couldn't be done. They thought that Liam Coen was gone back to Tampa Bay, but Shad Khan has just pulled one over on us as he engages in a battle with Joel Glazier, who makes a measly net worth of $1.7 billion, which has nothing on Shad Khan's $13 billion. Don't get into a bidding war with Shad Khan, Joel Glazier. Don't even think about it. I am so glad you guys are here. I'm super excited for tonight because we have some great news on the horizon. It looks like we pulled the old okey doke on the Bucs, and we might have swiped their offensive coordinator. Maybe it just took Balky being fired. Maybe they knew all along that Balky wasn't going to be around. I don't know. We don't really know those conversations. But whether it was a private jet, a kismet, whatever it was, things are looking good. And I'm super excited for tonight because not only are we going to talk about Liam Coen, I may or I may not have some Bucs clips film from 2024 and previewing a little bit of what the offense might look like. Now, I'll be completely honest with you guys. I am saving some plays for the official Liam Coen film breakdown. I didn't want to spill all my treasures tonight, but I do have 15 clips loaded up for you guys. All right. So we got some film ready to go for tonight. Special treat. I'm super excited. I think it's going to be good. If this is your first time here, I'm guessing it is because there's 500 people here already, which is amazing and awesome. I appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow everything in the video description. Here's what is in the video description. Racha Sriacha. This is not a paid sponsorship. I'm not paid by them. They are a Jags fan that makes this Sriracha sauce. The link is in the description. Just support a fan. I always tell people, instead of sometimes people donate to my show and super chat. Instead of super chatting, instead of doing that, go buy some Racha Sriacha. It's about the same price, and you're supporting a Jags fan's business. So go do that. He's a channel member here. It's great stuff. It's great stuff. So go do that. But I am excited for tonight. This is a fan show, and typically what I like to do is hit every comment. Unfortunately, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do that tonight. I'm looking at the comments already, and there's no way. So I'm just gonna hit some random ones. If it's a good one, type it again, and we're gonna get into it. But the news of the night: Liam Coen is probably going to be the Jags' new head coach. Who he brings with him, I don't know. I was kind of looking, and I wasn't gonna do it this early, but I'm kind of excited, boys. I'm kind of excited. Like, just looking at the staff that the Bucs have. Like, I'm a little excited about some guys that he could potentially bring on. Obviously, Todd Bowles kind of ruined it. Sorry, Todd. Not going to work out. Casey Rogers, run game coordinator, defensive line. They have a weird little setup with, like, who does what. Like, run game coordinator, D-line. Okay. All right. They have no defensive coordinator at all on the roster. Larry Foote is interesting because Larry Foote actually had an interview today with the Lions for their defensive coordinator job. Is there a chance that Liam Coen can coax Larry Foote into coming to Jacksonville to be defensive coordinator? And again, weird titles: passing game coordinator and linebackers, inside linebackers. But again, he did interview for the Lions DC job today. Thomas McGoffey, special teams coordinator. Then we get into some of the little ins and outs of some of these other guys. Corey Bichie, don't know how to say it. Assistant strength and conditioning coach. Don't know anything about him, but what I do know is I do want this guy with the Jags. I want this guy with the, I don't know anything about him, but looking at this mean mug, big MFer, I want him on the Jags. Do what you got to do, Liam. He's the assistant, so let's bring him in as the main, right? But I like Corey. I like Corey right off the rip. You got the O-line coach. Does he have a shot at coming in as the OC? I don't know. We got Sarah Evans. Don't know anything about her. Senior manager of coaching operations. And I'm not here to crap on Sarah Evans, but if you're the manager of coaching operations, I would say anything that's been going on with the Bucs coaching operations has not been good. Okay. I'm just going to say that. Not her fault. Okay. I'm not blaming her. All right. Defensive quality control coach, probably pass on him. Josh Grizzard, not a big fan of him. Again, no, just going off of the picture. Moving down. Okay, here's an interesting name. Former Duke quarterback Thaddeus Lewis, quarterbacks coach. Is there a chance? Is there a chance old Thad Lewis, who those of you that have watched college football for a long time may remember Thaddeus Lewis on Duke? Yeah, is that a guy that comes in? I don't know. Could work. I think there was one more guy I wanted to look at. Oh, yeah, it was Tom Moore. Don't want Tom Moore. I don't know why. I just don't want Tom Moore. There's something about him. Looks like he's looking into my soul. But anyways, this is a fan show, so enough about that. We're going to get to some of the comments here on what you guys think about Liam Coen. First, will it happen? If it does happen, like, how will it work out for the Jags and Trevor? Again, the comments are out of control. So first one in the chat was Juju. And we always shout out the first person in the chat. You get here first and you get a comment in, you're going to get shout out. That's how it goes. He says, just when I think Shad couldn't get any dumber, he goes and pulls a stunt like this and totally redeems himself. I love it. Robert says, let's go. Antonio says, yo. C. Breacher, the first channel member in the chat, says, Shad Khan plays with my feelings more than my ex ever did. Well, C. Breacher, I hope you and your ex, I hope you and him have a great relationship still. You know, I really do. I really do. Tampa Bay fans are so pissed. Yes, they are. Shad Khan masterclass. Okay, here's interesting from Moon Illusions. come on down, Spitek. And I don't know if that's how you say it, but he, like, I guess, was hired to be the Raiders general manager, but I guess nothing was signed yet. And I guess him and Coen are kind of boys or work together. Maybe that was part of the negotiations. If there's one thing I know about the negotiations that's taken place with the Jags and their head coach candidates, is we have no idea what's happening. Robert Saleh canceling his in-person interview until he sees what happens with Liam Coen. Patrick Graham being interviewed as a head coach when no one's interviewing him to be a head coach. Probably going to be a D coordinator. Balky mysteriously parting ways with Shad Khan randomly in the middle of the interview process. And then less than a day after that, there's the emergence of Liam Coen. That timeline seems a little weird. There's something sketchy going on here, boys. There's something sketchy. I made a point on my last show last night. This is 3 days in a row of live shows, which I'm loving. But I made a point. Like, is there a chance? Like, there was rumors in early December that Balky was going to walk away from the club. Is there a chance that Balky and Khan already had this figured out, where like Balky was just going to help with the interview process, and then once they identify a coach, he was going to leave? And they identified Liam Coen, and then Balky's like, all right, I'm gone. I don't know. Is Shad Khan and Tony Khan going to become these meddling owners? Because the statement that Shad Khan put out was that he was going to get real involved. And meddling owners work sometimes. They don't work sometimes. I don't know. Antonio says, I'm more hyped than Bears fans. Shout out to Baselli. That is also other big news. Tony Baselli is now part of the Jaguars operation. I'm not sure what role, but he's going to be assisting in the hiring process. And I know a lot of fans are happy about that because they've been clamoring for Tony Baselli to be a part for a while. You look at guys like John Lynch over in San Fran, former players for these clubs that were legends, step into these like operations roles or these admin roles. I don't know. We'll see. Isaiah Jones, Jags United, do you still think it's false hope? Hey, listen, there's no telling what I have said on these shows. I may have said that. I don't remember, but I apologize. Patrick Graham for DC. Jacob O'Brien, who are the coordinators? Well, I mean, we just looked at some Bucs guys. And again, nothing against Sarah Evans, but senior manager of coaching operations. I wouldn't say these coaching operations have been going too smoothly for Tampa Bay. Baselli saves the day. Tiger Talk says, didn't Liam Coen withdraw from the Jags head coaching search? All we know is what the media has told us. And by media, we mean like Twitter people. So like you have a blue check mark and a bunch of followers. And if you say it, it's true. That's how media is nowadays, because we haven't heard a single thing from Khan besides the statement he made with Balky parting ways. We don't know. So could Liam Coen, I mean, there's some game, there's something sketchy. There's some sort of game going on. Imagine Liam Coen has gotten 2 billionaires to fight over him. Can you imagine? Like, let's think about that for a second. Liam Coen has gotten 2 billionaires, the Glazer family and the Khan family, to get into a bidding war with this guy. Regardless of the lack of experience he has, regardless of him bouncing from Kentucky to the Bucs to the Rams to back to Kentucky, regardless of the 1 year bouncing around he's done, this man knows how to sell himself. And if he can sell himself to 2 billionaires, I think he'll be fine selling himself on free agents, coaches, and fans. Jagger says, what up, Jags Nation? I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all my troubles disappear. Let's freaking go. What a week. Like, what an absolute week. Like, we came on here talking about how Ben Johnson is gone. Then we came on here talking about how Balky was fired. Now we're coming on here talking about how the Jags are now zeroing in on Liam Coen. And there's 1,100 people watching this show, which is wild to me. Absolutely wild. Thank you guys for being here. Moon Illusions, choice of GM, boatload of money, and soured off his previous organization. No false hope. He's our guy. Kyle says, we need that confirmation announcement. Davis is here. Says chaos in Jacksonville. Chaos. Steve says, it's not official yet, Why is everyone acting like he's our new head coach? He could still change his mind and go back to Tampa, might even try to get an interview with another team. There is the chance that he is leveraging us for more money. But we're not going to get excited about a leverage, Steve. We're getting excited because he's going to be our next coach. Craziest 48 hours of all time. Doit Widley says, Juju with the dumb and dumber quote. Let's freaking go, says D Stunny. All right. I know there's a lot of comments like I'm insane. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like the video, Duval. Yeah, I like the video. Like the video. There's 1,100 of you in here. Okay. All right. So now we are going to get into our bread and butter. We're going to get some film. Okay. We're going to get in some film. So, gonna take a deep breath. Gotta take a little sip, boys. Gotta take a little sip. I'm excited. I'm excited. Where's Travis? I don't know. Probably out doing something sketchy. Knowing Travis. I'll take the GM job. All right. We're gonna get some film here. Again, I'm saving a bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm saving a bit for the Liam Coen film breakdown. But I did watch, I think by the time this video started, it's live. So as of now, I got through most of their games. And then just to be completely honest with you guys, how I did it is I went through like the first 8 games, full game. And then I went to the back and watched the second half of like the last 7 games. So that's my context. I to be honest with you guys, I'm a big film watcher. I've had literally a few hours to watch film, and I went right into the film. So I watched the entirety of the first 8 games, and I watched the okay. All right, all right. Travis is chomping at the bit. So let's see here. Let's get him on here. Let's get him on. Give me a second here, boys. Give me a second. We'll get him in here. I'd love to have Travis in here. Are you kidding me? Hold, please. All right. So that's what I watched film-wise for Liam Coen. So I do think that I have a pretty good understanding. Is it a total understanding? No. I haven't watched any Kentucky film yet, and I'm going to do that before I do that videos. But this is what I know so far, okay? I'm just being honest with you guys. And here's what I know so far. Liam Coen loves a wide variety of different pre-snap formations, and I'll show you, but I'm prefacing it here. A wide variety of pre-snap formations. He does a lot of pre-snap shifts, a lot of pre-snap motions. He does a lot of bunch formations with wide receivers. He does a lot of layers concepts. I'll explain that with the film here in a second. And what I really like about him is that he creates a lot of man beaters and zone beater pass concepts within the same play. So that allows the quarterback, even after the snap, if the defense rolls into a coverage that he wasn't expecting, he has options where he can go to whatever the defense rolls into it. And I'll show you an example of this here in a second. A man beater and a zone beater at the same time. He loves the comeback routes a lot. And he likes to use his like number 1 wide receiver in isolation type situations on big down situations, which is great because we have Brian Thomas Jr. So imagine that. He probably will use Brian Thomas Jr., whether that's a screen pass, a tunnel screen, whether it's a trips to the left, Brian Thomas Jr. out to the right, a single motion, one-on-one slant route. He loves the dig wheel concept. I like it. It's much more innovative and creative than we've had here in a while. Obviously, he develops the run a lot. As we wait for Travis, I'll kind of get into some of these stats here. The Bucs were 3rd in yards per game, 3rd. And they were only 10 yards per game behind Detroit. They were 3rd in passing yards for the entire season, only 200 yards behind Detroit. They were 4th in rushing yards per game. And the 3 teams that had more rushing yards per game were teams with quarterbacks who run the ball primarily. It was like Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, and Jaden Daniels. So he was the first coordinator with a quarterback who wasn't a primary runner to start off with. He was 4th in points per game. He beat in the regular season. I know he lost to the Commanders in the postseason, but in the regular season, he beat the Commanders, he beat the Eagles, he beat the Lions, and he beat the Chargers in the regular seasons. So I love it. And now we have a special guest. I can't wait. One of my good friends and my 13th favorite Jags commentator, Travis Holmes. How's everything going?
bro. I'm very happy you put me in your top 15. Thank you, bro.
Hey, top 13. Top 13. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Well, your top 13 Jaguars commentator made Jaguars Today this morning. I was very proud of myself.
I missed it. I was working. How did it go?
Oh, yeah, it was great. Other than the fact that I kept sighing before all of my answers because I'm such a perfectionist. I listened to it and I was just mad at myself. But outside of that, my answers were dope. It was a fun time, man. Mike
Well,
Dempsey, Fat Tony, it was great.
We do call you Travis the Sire behind your back, so it makes sense that that's what happened.
So.
That's your nickname. All right, Travis, so you're jumping right in. We're at 1,300 viewers right now, and we're jumping right into the film. Are you ready?
Let's go, man.
Because I don't think anyone breaks down film better than me, besides Travis. Travis is the only guy who can prove me wrong in the film, and I hate it, but I love it at the same time. So we're going to jump.
I feel the same way about you. I don't think anybody breaks down film better than you. I've told you this off air. Like this ain't just for them people. So like, no, this is for real. So
well, this is gonna be a good show then. So these are in no order. Which I hate, but let's just go for it. Okay, so this is kind of what I was talking about with I don't know if you heard, but I was talking about a zone man beater concept that he like kind of runs here, and it's kind of unfair because the Bucs at times gave up pressure on the interior, which made it tough for Baker Mayfield to go through his reads. But here again, you're going to see some pre-snap motion here. Obviously, I mean, you're going to see a penalty, but we're going to set this up because we have a lot of viewers here tonight, so we're going to set this up a little bit. We would call this, are we calling him a tight end, Travis? Are we calling him a tight end, even though he's lined out right here?
I mean, I can't even tell who he is. Is that Cade Otton? Is that some?
Yeah, I think it's a tight end. So we'll call this 11 gun personnel. We'll call this 11 gun. And then we'll call it 2x1 motion. Is that good with you?
Works.
Okay. So 11 gun means one running back, one tight end. One running back, one tight end. And then 2x1, we read left to right like a book. Two receivers over here, one receiver to here. We could maybe even say 2x1 tight if we wanted to get real Jordan Gruden-esque. And then we're gonna get a little pre-snap motion here. And so that's why we have the motion in here. Now, what you'll notice, Travis, is that number 17 actually commits a pretty egregious penalty by moving forward pre-snap. But we're going to ignore that for a second. I'm going to play the play through, let you watch it, and then we're going to talk about it.
Cool.
All right, so on the surface, doesn't look that sexy. Don't look that sexy. But watch again here. So they do a levels concept from 17. They bring in a release. I think he does a shallow here. I think he curls the middle of the field, and then he does like a vertical here. So what this allows you to do is this gives Baker Mayfield options if they are in man or zone. If they're in man, he has the levels concept over here to the right. He has the fade route here from the outside to receiver. And then he's got the tight end sitting in the middle of the field if it's a zone. So makes this very easy on the quarterback.
It's a very easy high-low read. He can just kind of
Now again,
reading it just like a flood.
He's got pressure, but I mean, look at this. Unfortunately, too much pressure. He dumps it down to his tight end here, curling to the flat or to the middle of the field.
It works.
Now you might have missed it. I saved some good plays because I'm going to do a show later of Liam Coen film breakdown. So I'm saved some of the good plays. But this gets to the spirit and the essence of what he does. Okay. Before I get your comments on Liam Coen, because we haven't heard your comments on Liam Coen yet, I got to ask, what's up, Travis?
Man, what's up? It's a day, bro. You would not believe how many videos and podcasts I've made that never made the air today because the news just keeps changing that much.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's driving me nuts, but it's also the most hectic, crazy, ridiculous, funny, fun 24 hours I've seen in Jacksonville in a very long time.
It is fun, isn't it?
Yeah, that it is, man. I was legitimate. I had to go to a chiropractor today. I mean, you get older. These are the things you have to do. Kids, just trust me. Is take care of yourself while you still got like ligaments and stuff. But Bro, I went to the Cairo. I was dying laughing, like legitimately crying laughing. In the while I'm strapped down on this traction machine, crying laughing when I'm seeing all the texts from people talking about that Liam Cohen's not answering his phone all day. I'm like, bro, you got multi-million-dollar deals, and this bro's just like, I ain't coming, and he ain't answering the phone, bro.
He has 2 billionaires fighting over him. Can you imagine that? He has 2 billionaires fighting over him.
I love it. And Shad just came in and just dropped the bag. Hey, Liam, have you ever seen $10 million in cash?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. He pulled up in the Kismet and was like, hey, look at this. Moon Illusion says W Travis. Jagger says Travis. Jonathan says you write Timmy. So I had to go back and look at what Timmy said. And Timmy said, I love all the stats, but I'll hold off on praising the guy until he does it here per Ryan Nielsen.
Okay, let's not do that. Come on. There's a lot of defensive coordinators who coach bad teams, and that does not always translate to the NFL. That was an actual great point that was made to me, actually, to counteract one of my arguments from Jamal St. Cyr of News for Jags. So I want to give him credit and give him his flowers on that. That's a fair point, and we've had that discussion and argument. But offensively, come on, man. How often do you see an offensive coordinator who does it with one team and it's just like, all right, I just stink with the other team? Like, that's not a frequent occurrence. It can happen, but
yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right. All right, well, let's take a look at some 4th down plays. How about that? You ready for that? Because I judge a coordinator a lot by their 4th down plays. Like,
when you know man coverage is coming, you know pressure is coming, and you know you got to get the ball out quick. I love it. Yes, that's what matters.
Give me your film package of your 4th down plays, and I will be able to correctly evaluate you as a play caller. That's how I feel. So let's look at a couple of 4th down plays. Here's one. This is against the Cowboys, which I think they lost this game. But we're gonna look at them pre-snap. It looks like they're in 10 personnel. They're in trips right. We could maybe call this a bunch. Maybe just trips right tight. I don't know, whatever you want to do. Trips out here. One receiver out to the left. And this is 4th down. They need it. They need it right here.
Alerting 4 to the flats. Yep. Is it immediately? Because you got the running back towards the trips. You got to alert to the flats. Alert quads, basically. Playing it like it's quads.
So you'll see this a lot in Cohen's concepts. He does a lot of mesh. Kind of reminds me of Nate Hackett a little bit, but I'm hoping he's a little bit better. But a lot of mesh concepts. And basically, he's just going to mesh these linebackers here inside the box, and he's going to just sit Godwin right here. I think it's Godwin.
Yeah.
Or McMillan. Or I don't know who it is. But he's going to sit him right here in the middle of the field for a wide open read. He just drops it.
Oh, damn. Just pushed him down.
Yeah. Look at this. Wide open.
That you don't get no more open in college. Goodness gracious.
And he drops it. Great call, though. Great call. Like, great play call on 4th down. The drop, though. That's the Jags right there. Hey, so Jags fans, you can have people that drop the ball and still be a good team. You can be a good team. All right.
It's also funny that you pointed out that they often have interior pressure, because I was having people arguing with me all the last 2 weeks that the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers interior O-line are the same.
I would highly disagree with that. I think the Lions have one of the best offensive lines in the league.
That was my argument when we were arguing about Ben Johnson versus Liam Coen, because I've been a fan of Liam Coen for the last 2 weeks since we did our Big Cat Country deep dive. Originally, I had Ben Johnson as my top guy for the whole, and then we did the Big Cat Country deep dive, and I'm like, I cannot, with good conscience, say that the best one of this group is Ben Johnson. Like, I actually at that point said in the Big Cat Country staff series that Liam Coen was my top guy. So I was disappointed when we missed out on him. So I'm a little happy now.
Your boy Nash was on my show in my show last night commenting. Is it Kyle Nash?
Kyle. Yeah, you'll see him February 1st.
Okay. All right. Oh, hell yeah. I'd like to hear. And I would argue the Lions have a probably much better offense when you look at their offensive line. Their quarterback's probably more of a pure passer. Their receivers the Bucs receivers were Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, but then they had injury problems. And then
10-game
after
piece.
those two, you had like Trey Palmer, Jalen McMillan, Sterling Shepard, Raheem Jarrett, Cameron Johnson. Not exactly a star-studded cast in Tampa Bay.
Right. And he still did it.
I got a question for you. And I'm going to minimize this for this because this is an important question. And I got a bunch of film, so don't leave, people. Don't leave. I got a bunch of film loaded up. But this is an important question I want to ask you. And I'm a little worried because, again, I went through a lot of Tampa Bay film. I love Liam Coen's passing concepts. His running game, I think, is a bit overhyped, to be honest. It was more of that, like, 3 yards in a cloud of dust type run game, but they got it, so you can't it made play action effective, so I can't complain. But are you at all worried that a lot of the success the Bucs had, not the majority, but a lot, was predicated on Baker Mayfield's ability to extend plays? Not necessarily with his legs, also his brain and his knowing where to go and breaking tackles, which he does really well, which I noticed watching this film. Are you worried that Trevor Lawrence's lack of extending plays may inhibit this offense in Liam Coen's system?
I don't want to say that. I don't know that I necessarily believe that. Like, I think that it has been a benefit for that was a benefit for Tampa Bay, but also that was a benefit for an injured and hobbled Tampa Bay offense. Like, again, you're missing Chris Godwin for 10 games. You're playing with your third and fourth receivers, the same third and fourth receivers that the Jacksonville Jaguars dominated in joint practices earlier in the season. Like, you're playing with Mike Evans out for 3 games, Cade Otton out for 3 games. That's your top 3 pass catchers at one point or another, just missing throughout the season for multiple games. So, yeah, Baker might have to extend plays because eventually teams are going to know they can play man coverage, or I can double Mike Evans and play the rest of these guys, man, and he's going to have to figure it out. So some of that success is going to be on that. But if you are a Jacksonville Jaguars who have a Brian Thomas Jr. and maybe, hopefully, another receiver that's not a fully injured cast, I feel like we're in a good situation. But you're talking about the running game being 3 yards in a cloud of dust. That's no different than the Kansas City Chiefs. They're one of the most efficient offenses. And if you give me that 4 yards, I'll be happy with sticking with this third and short scenarios.
I'm good with that. I don't feel like you answered the question, though.
No. Baker Mayfield, that is what he does. So he found a way to make a successful offense with what Baker Mayfield is successful doing. I have no problem with that. Just like he found a successful way to make Will Levis look good. And we know he's trash. I'm sorry. You don't know he's trash.
That was at the college level. That's not exactly.
You don't know he's trash. I know he's your boy, but I don't like.
No, I'm just saying that Will Levis was at the college level. I don't know. Right. Not only it's fair to compare those things. So what you're saying is you're going to use the transitive property and say, because Liam Coen could bring the best out of Baker Mayfield's game style, he will do that with Trevor Lawrence.
Correct. But also, I will say, you say, well, that was at the college level, so it's different. And I say the college level has been infused in the NFL for the last 3 years, 4 years.
It's not the same, Travis.
Spread offense in the NFL right now is going crazy.
You're telling me it's the same.
Look at Washington Commanders and tell me that that's not a college offense up and down the dang field.
I'm not saying the offensive styles are different. I'm saying the level of competition's different.
Oh, absolutely. The level of competition is going to be different, but the offense is a college spread style offense. That is all that it is. And I think that's happening through most of the NFL right now. So all that I'm saying is that if you say it's different because of the scheme, I'm talking X's and O's. No. You can do that here, and I think it'll be absolutely fine. And you can bring Trevor Lawrence's college offense to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it still will be absolutely fine. You would just need that other contested catch guy.
I think it'll be interesting to see. But I'm rooting for it. All right. The second 4th down play, and then we're going to come back to that college offense type scheme because I think they had a lot of plays on film that show that. The other 4th down play. And what's funny is a little context. I clipped the 3 plays before this because they couldn't score within 3 yards. You know what? Let me just play those. Let me just play those here. 3 plays inside the 5. This was his play sequence. A run, gain of 4. Okay, we'll take that, right? We'll take that. Then we fast forward a bit. This is the 2nd down and goal from the 3. They're going to run the ball again. A little pre-snap funkiness with the receiver. I like it. They get down to the 2-yard line there. All right, then they go third down, and they're going to pass the ball. Look at the quads out to the left to start. I love it.
They're getting no movement on that interior O-line, though. Graham Barton, man, he's a great pass blocker, but he gets no movement.
All right, so they lost a yard there. All right, so now they're in fourth down. They go for it. Great job, Todd Bowles. Oh, they're going to promote Todd Bowles to upstairs and promote Liam Coen. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Okay.
Never going to happen.
All right, fourth down.
Never going to happen.
Fourth down.
Go ahead, man.
Love this play. Absolutely love this play. Just love it. The design rollout. Again, another levels concept. Watch this, though. Watch this. I mean, this is what you're going to see in Jacksonville. Are y'all ready for this? A little fake block here. Bam! Speed out to the back pylon.
You had a split less than 5 yards, so you know they're going to expect to have to switch it off. Boom.
I got another question for you, Travis.
Yeah.
Can Trevor make this throw?
Man, stop drinking. It's too early for that, man.
That's all I'm asking. I'm not hating.
Can Trevor make this throw that Baker Mayfield made?
I'm just asking, can Trevor make this throw?
Trevor can make this throw.
Okay.
Can Trevor make this throw consistently? That is a question that has to be answered. But Trevor absolutely makes those splash plays like this and more.
Because I've seen this same play ran by the Jags, and I watched Trevor Lawrence throw it right into the hands of Derek Stingley Jr. Right to Derek Stingley Jr.
We've seen right to the defender,
the exact
right
same
out the
play.
End zone. You're not wrong, but he's also made that kind of throw. Not the exact same throw, but I don't know, the Evan Ingram touchdown over 3 defenders against Green Bay. It wasn't that exact concept, no. But, yeah, he can make the throw.
Okay. I was just asking. Travis I was just asking, okay? All right, let's hit a couple comments here, and then we'll get into this college-style offense that...
Oh, just an FYI, Moon Illusions has the comment about the breaking news. That breaking news, he didn't put it where it was from, but it was from Jordan Schultz. Just an FYI. I don't want people to think it's fake.
Barring anything unexpected, he'll be the team's next head coach. Multiple sources tell NFL in a massive turn of events. You know what I like about Jordan Schultz?
Yeah.
He probably does it with you too. He sends me a DM of every tweet he tweets.
Every time.
What a grind this guy's on. Because I get it. Like, you're with Big Cat Country. You got some credentials. You're in the press box. This dude's sending Jags United DMs of breaking news. This dude's grinding.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all. All right. Who knew getting rid of Trent Baalke would fix everything?
Only everyone.
Okay. I'm a little conspiracy theory-esque, if I can. Is there a chance? Because there were those rumors in early December from Albert Breer, Mia O'Brien, talking about how there was rumblings in the organization that Baalke was going to step away after this year. Is there a chance that in all of these interviews that Coen and Baalke had, that they were like, "I'm leaving. I'm just helping interview"? Is there a chance that happened?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
No, the reason I don't believe so is because if that would have been communicated if that would have been communicated to those individuals who spread that information, then that would have absolutely been communicated in the conversations with these multi-million-dollar conversations with these coaches. Ben Johnson would have had no reason to be worried as far as the structure of the Jacksonville Jaguars front office.
But was he worried?
Really, he was worried about Trent Baalke. Let's be clear.
But was he?
Come on, man. We know this.
But was he, or did he want to go work with Caleb Williams?
You think this is about Caleb Williams, bro?
I think it's Caleb versus Trevor.
I don't think so. I don't think that's even close to the conversation. Like, I don't think we're even in the realm of what this was about. Like, he had one guy who he actually had common associates with, like people who knew Ryan Poles for 17 plus years. Like, he said that if the Chicago Bears job would have been open in 2023, he would have applied. Like, he would have actually taken the job then. And I have to believe him on the surface there, like, just on some levels. But at the end of all of this, I'm just like, no. So if you have people who F with this guy, who mess with this dude, and you don't have people who mess with Trent Baalke, and he's going to be in this organization, and everything that everyone around the NFL, which is a tight fraternity of coaches, and they all talk, knows that this guy don't work well with others. Where am I going? This ain't even a hard conversation. I'm going to the other team, the one closer to my Detroit Lions.
He did scout the Bears twice a year. Got a lot more experience scouting Caleb Williams. They beat the brakes off of the Jags every time they played him. I think you're whatever. I'll hold that comment in. UCF Jaguar backup. Poor UCF Jaguar. This dude, he's had a week. You thought we had a week? This dude's had a week. But you know, I joked with him.
Are you going to share, or he's just had a week, and that's what it is.
Well, unfortunately, he still has LimeWire downloaded on his computer, so he got a virus on his computer, and they hacked his YouTube account, and unfortunately, he's trying to retrieve it. So I couldn't think of a better time for UCF Jaguar to get hacked than this week. But maybe pony up the $10 a month for Spotify, UCF Jaguar, and stop illegally pirating music. That's just my recommendation. I don't know much about it. But
wow, I didn't know we were still doing that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's a big LimeWire guy. LimeWire guy. Yeah. All right, let's get back to some film here. Okay. All right. So I had to play here. Okay. This dude and his rub concepts. I will say this is against the Commanders. This is at home, so this was the first time they played the Commanders. This is not the playoffs. Okay. So first of all, empty. Let's go. Imagine that in the modern NFL playing an empty set. Can't imagine,
man,
what that's like. With the trips right bunch. I love that. Oh, look at this concept, though. Like I told you, I had to save some plays for my next video. Jeez. I had to, but this one well exemplifies what Liam Coen does. Watch this just rub concept here. Rub, wheel. I love it. Get down and dirty with the wide receivers.
Jeez, let's go. Can
you imagine Brian Thomas Jr. on that?
Man, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. And I'm so bad that that's not on someone's highlight film somewhere. Like it's because it's just an incompletion. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Who is that drops it?
15's McMillan, Jalen McMillan, rookie.
McMillan.
I mean, the throw wasn't great, but you hit your hands, you got to catch it, right?
Right.
Yeah. There's one rub route. Here's another one.
Beautiful pass. Yeah.
Oh, is this the same game? Same game. Look at that. This was their game plan, I guess. I'm gonna draw your attention to the bottom of the screen here. And I believe this is week 1, so everyone's healthy. You got Godwin and Evans down here. I love it. The 2x2 set, 10 gun personnel. You're gonna get a little bit of a rub here, and then a bam speed out right here. Tutty.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
That was also bad. That's bad communication by the DBs.
What are you going to do? You got Mike Evans. Everyone's worried about Mike. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, he's fighting through.
You're on the line of scrimmage. You don't let the guy get space from you. He's first step. DB goes backwards. Why are you ain't jamming him?
Yep, I agree. 100%. It's Chris Godwin.
Make them call the PI. Make them call OPI. But no, you can't take a step back, bro.
Nope.
No,
you can't. I mean, maybe they were playing. Maybe you were right. Maybe they were playing a little palms coverage where they're communicating first guy in, first guy out, and they didn't communicate it. Maybe.
That's my thought, because you have a tight split like that. Somebody's got to talk about it. You got one guy on the line and one guy off.
That happens so quick, though. I mean, you're not passing that off.
Whatever.
Love that.
I mean, the offense get paid too.
Yeah, that's true. All right, here's the college offense I was talking about. First of all, love this pre-snap. 2 backs? What is that? I have never seen that before as a Jags fan. That's crazy. That's wild. Split back gun personnel with a tight end? 21 gun personnel? What world are we living in right now? Watch this. There's your college offense right there. I mean, I didn't go for a lot. Again, I had to save some of the good plays. But you understand.
That's that bad blocking.
Yeah, but I like the pulling left side guard and tackle though. I do like that. Pull.
Oh no, the right guard was getting nasty.
Look at him. He's not even in the right pre-snap. What's he looking at? What's he looking at? His shoes?
I don't know. Is he tapping in the center or something?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
I don't know. Looking at the quarterback. Yeah.
Oh man, they should have kept that ball. But that goes back to the college offense there. That's all I wanted to show there. Here's a good passing concept against the Falcons. Just bad blocking. And again, their pre-snap motion, man. Like, what? Come on, Doug.
See,
why do we never see?
I'm happy you got 1,100 to however many people it was looking at this, because I needed people to see the fact that this interior O-line, they had 2 to 3 good O-linemen for sure, but they had always 2 linemen who weren't doing it, and they still ended up having a top 6 off the running game. Like, this is solid. And now you said it's 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Fine. That's an efficient offense. If you can give me 4 or 5 yards and give me one burst to play, a game, that's fine. Just my opinion.
1,100, Travis. Try 1,700 as of right now.
My bad.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
Yeah, try 1,700, which we appreciate and love you all. Thank you. I don't have Travis's stuff in here in the video description. I didn't know he was going to come on. Travis is like, have you ever dated a girl who, like, they'll text you randomly when they want to, just have a good night? There's no set schedule. It's like a 12 a.m., 1 a.m. text. That's Travis. So I didn't know he was coming on. So I couldn't put his stuff underneath. But you can see it on his name there. I'll make it big real quick. Travis D. Holmes. Follow him on Twitter. Worth it.
The Duval Dive on YouTube if you feeling nasty.
Right.
Yeah,
that's right. All right, so here we go. We're going to see a little bit. This is a great concept. Unfortunately, the O-line couldn't block, but love this passing concept right here. Love the pre-snap motion from the running back. Like, look at this. Like, the Jags, I know I'm getting in on this little nuanced detail, but just this, watch the running back.
Make it easy.
Like, why didn't the Jags ever do this?
Right. Tell him what the coverage is. Make it easy on your quarterback.
Exactly.
Everything's got to be difficult for Jacksonville.
Okay.
And they're simplifying the game plan for Baker.
I don't know why I tagged this good concept. I have to watch it again. I don't know why I tagged this good concept. I guess I like the trips left bunch here.
Well, now knowing that you had man coverage before the snap, Baker is obviously looking at Bucky as his main guy.
Oh, it was the corner route from Mike Evans. Okay, if he had protection here, watch this corner route from Mike Evans. Watch this.
All right, so he's reading Bucky and the time.
Oh!
Keep looking. Yeah.
If he had protection, Mike Evans continues that corner right there.
Baker's eyes were looking at Baker's eyes were looking. No, you say if he had protection, Baker's eyes came down. He had the route. He had the time. If he throws that ball right after he comes off of Bucky, now Bucky's covered. If he throws that ball, Evans has a chance, but it's not perfect, but it's pretty solid.
Admittedly, I did watch this play probably 20 times to give you a little insight of what I do. I watched this play 20 times because I saw the route concept because I'm looking at Liam Coen's route concepts, and I'm like, this is a great route concept. Why didn't this play work? And then I saw, okay, Baker dropped his head because he was worried about the 3 technique defensive tackle getting pressure. And I know I'm not an NFL football player, but I feel like he could have stayed in the pocket and made this throw. Like, and again, I watched it 20 times. Like, you could have made this throw, Baker.
I mean, the concept is made for him to go 3 steps after he catches that ball and the ball out. So that's why I was saying no, that he had the route, the blocking lasted as long as it needed to for the way that the play was schemed up. He comes off Bucky. Bucky's covered. Bucky's technically double covered at that point. Cool.
I mean, in the center,
your next read.
The center did get pushed back pretty quickly, but he could have made this.
I got you.
But again, watch the pick play here. Watch this. Great concept. Great. I mean, you never see this in Jacksonville. If that's Mike Evans or that's BTJ, that's easy
putting
throw.
It up. That's right, with the defender with their back to you. Yeah, that's an easy touchdown. I
got some more plays coming up, but I do want to get to some comments because this show used to be about getting people's comments in, but now that we're popular, I guess we don't do that anymore. Are we sellouts? Are we sellouts?
You've changed,
now?
bro. You've changed, bro.
I've been told that before. Let me guess. Trevor couldn't make that pass. All right, that one got me. Critty. I love Trevor Lawrence. Okay, I'm just trying to be realistic.
Do you?
Looks like Baker couldn't make that throw. All right, y'all got to stop. RPO for Trevor. You guys are so education on route concepts and how to break down film. Thank you, Orlando. Appreciate that. The better part than being educated is that we have a lot of fun doing this. So that's the better part. And we wouldn't be able to do this
on me right
without you guys watching. So thank you. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate Travis being the booty call tonight. That was nice of him. Hit me up.
I'm here for.
Hit me up in a weak moment.
Yeah, twerking at 9:50. Yeah.
The Jags move on from ETN. Travis, you take this one. I need a drink break.
Should the Jags move on for ETN? Folks ain't gonna like my answer to this.
Let's hear it.
My own group chat don't like my answer to this, and we argue about this probably once a month. But I personally am of the belief that we probably should. But that's just me. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to end up drafting someone in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round that gives them an opportunity for having a legitimate, 3-down back, one of those developmental candidates. And I think you have Travis Etienne on his 5th-year option. That's murder she wrote. Like, that's normally how that works out. You don't pay a running back when you can get one cheaper. And if you can get your own Bucky Irving or whomever, and you have Tank Bigsby as another guy just there, then it is what it is. This is a business. So should they? Probably.
I have a more serious question for you. And this is a serious question. It really is. Is Keelan Robinson still alive? Is Keelan Robinson still breathing? Is he still above ground?
I was told there was a ransom, but I believe he is still alive at this current moment in time.
Okay. Is he still a Jacksonville Jaguar? Is he still on the team?
He is, man. He is.
Okay. I'm just wondering because, no one's seen him or heard from him I think I saw him on a milk carton.
He's a rookie. He played, 6-7 games off of IR.
Oh, he did?
He played in actually one game, I believe, and on special. No, he started. I'm sorry. He started one game on special teams. Rookies. What can you say? He was brought in as a kick returner, running back. Come on.
Yeah, because we've never seen an undrafted rookie running back ever make waves in the NFL, like Bucky Brooks or anything like that. Or Bucky Irving.
We also had a bad coach. We also didn't play rookies often.
Just saying. McMillan and BTJ in that concept would be sick. All right, so Travis, are you leaning? You leaning first round pick? What position you want? What do you want first round? Travis Hunter's off the board. I know you guys share a first name.
Impossible questions, man. We would have to have a whole show talking about what we did in free agency first.
It's not a whole show, Travis. Don't overcomplicate it. You have to. If you had to prefer a receiver or a DB, which one are you taking? Those are the only realistic options.
No, my point is that I don't know what we did in free agency because there's a boatload of great corners that's out there right now that I would absolutely have no problem with spending $5-6 million to sign for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then if we have no opening at corner, cool. I'm absolutely fine going with Tech McMillan. I'm absolutely fine going with, Mason, Graham or I don't know, even Travis Hunter. That.
Travis Hunter's not going to be
those options.
Travis Hunter's not going to be there.
we go through the draft profile. I don't know how to feel about Travis Hunter. I just don't, because he has that profile that most people can say he's going to be a slot receiver or a slot corner, and you wouldn't draft a slot receiver or a slot corner in the top 5, top 10 draft pick generally.
Maybe 20
Mm-hmm.
years ago, Travis. I don't know what year you're living in. I don't know what year you're living in, but you understand that a slot corner is
a nickel corner. Tell me the last time you had a nickel corner drafted in the top 10.
People want to draft a defensive lineman that's going to play 40% of the snaps, and you're telling me you're not going to take a slot corner that's going to play 70% of the snaps?
It's playing 40% of the snaps on this team is not playing 40% of the snaps everywhere. Like, that's not the same.
Okay, so
I'm just talking about where he should be drafted.
Okay, so the D tackle, I forgot his name, or Abdul Carter. There are 2 D linemen.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to take them? Because this D line might be the best position group on the team.
Yeah, that's what they told us last year, and it was not. But I agree that it should be, and I have no problem taking a D tackle if that means that we're going to have a dominant defensive front. Like, if you want to build this thing front to back like the Philadelphia Eagles did, and you spend the extra money in free agency on the back end, here for it. Like, I have no problems. I have no qualms with that, because as long as you make sure that what you told me is a strength, it's going to actually be a functional strength. So if that D line is going to be a strength, it needs to be dominant as hell. That's what I need to see.
So that would mean that you would take Devon Hamilton and move him into the substitution role. You're okay with that?
I move him wherever he got to be moved. I don't care. Like, I don't care. I don't care about wasted money from the former GM who is no longer here. I'm trying to make sure that's dominance.
I don't think it's a wasted money thing. And I get that argument, but how I see it is that, like, I think Devon Hamilton's like pretty capable. And so if you have a capable D lineman, why not address a big vacancy at another position with that top pick? If you went corner or receiver, like, you can get away with Devon Hamilton he's pretty good. But we have
if you're calling him capable, what was your argument for why the defensive line didn't look like it should have looked last year?
Because the secondary was dog shit.
So you're blaming it on the secondary
and linebackers.
So then we would need to have stats that kind of back that up, like maybe time.
I don't need stats, Travis. I watched all 17 games. I don't need stats.
What I'm saying is, you're not watching teams who are getting the ball out ridiculously quickly. This is what was happening in 2023. So we had evidence to show that the stats backed it up, but we also have the film that backed it up that said, all right, cool. You have a Joe Flacco who was just coming in here and everything's quickly coming out of his hand, and there was no pressure on him, and it's easy as can be. That's not necessarily what we saw in 2024, though. That's why that's my argument, is we so often would say they have a lot of dang time back there throwing the ball. Like, that wasn't all just DBs, and I don't want to rewrite that history. That's all I'm getting at.
So you're saying take Mason Graham, who the chat just told me, Mason Graham, and then go free agency at wide receiver and corner.
That's my argument.
Okay, that's fair. I just wanted to yell at you a bit before we got there. That's it.
Cool.
That's it. That's my
I'm
fault.
Used to it. Depositions every week. I got you.
All right, let's hit a couple comments. Now, if you look at a few more plays, Gator John Bites says Mason Graham, the DT from Michigan. Jonathan says, I don't know anything about Luther. Everyone's talking about Luther Burden. Do you know anything about Luther Burden? I don't know.
Yeah, I really don't.
My chat has been Luther Burden for 3 straight days.
Bro, if I'm not watching them actively play, for me, I'll get to it when I get to draft season, and I'm neck deep in GM and head coach stuff. Like, people are asking me about offensive coordinators, and I'm like, hey man, I don't know. I know some of these guys. I don't know.
All right. First pick should have 90% of the reps. That's what I agree with 100%. That's what I agree with. Especially top 5.
90% of
We're not talking late first round. Who was the white dude from Florida, the D lineman?
Taven Bryan.
We're not talking Taven Bryan type rotational snaps. Okay, we're talking top. And by the way, we passed on Lamar Jackson for Taven Bryan.
I'll never forgive Dave Caldwell for drafting freaking Taven Bryan, and also for bringing Trent Baalke in the door in the first place. That's something that no one talks about.
Do you pass on Lamar Jackson? I get the context of Blake Bortles just re-signed, but I was watching the draft with like probably 8 dudes, because that's what I like to do, hang out with a bunch of dudes. Yeah. And all 8 of us were yelling, draft freaking Lamar Jackson. How can 8 of us say that accurately and these professionals miss on it.
Because when you get too close to something, you miss it often. And I've had that same issue myself personally, as someone who was a fan of this Jacksonville Jaguars organization, but also someone who's more recently, over the past 3 years, been able to cover the team. When you're a fan, it's a lot easier to just take everything from face value, just judge the film, just come, hey man, this is the best guy. This is easy to see. And then you start getting into the conversations with the scouts and with the agents, with everyone else, and you start getting details that no one else is even talking about or even thinking about. And you're like, well, now this makes it a little bit closer than it should have been, when you should just be. But again, if you're just judging the best athlete on this field, it's that guy. It's this guy, and I can build the best team based on that. And then, but you start adding stuff like PR into this, or hey, we don't want to take the hit because he might have this issue. He might have this issue come out, or he might be this, or might, have those issues with alcohol or drugs or whatever it may be. It becomes a mess, and it's so much harder to make the best decision for the team, if that makes sense. Which
okay.
This is why I've always said, bring me all the guys with all the mismisdemeanors. And figure out the rest later.
If you're talking about Justin Blackman, then I'm not going to hear any of that. Okay,
it's not about Justin Blackman. I promise you, it's not that. I seriously. I mean, again, I've only covered the team and been able to be this close to the last 3 years. So this is just talking things that you will hear about players on the side, and you will never even think that goes into the evaluation. And for some of these guys, it truly does. It's just, that's the difference between this guy being higher on the draft board and down. And that's the difference, and it sucks. So I think they just get too close.
Yeah, no, that can happen. You can get too close situation. Let's move on to the deep comeback, which is a staple of this Liam Coen offense. I'm telling you,
I like it.
The amount of, this is what he's going to want to do. And here's what's, you can kind of maybe hang a little hat of optimism on, is that Trevor Lawrence has in the past thrown this ball pretty well, this comeback route. So that's good. Here's one against the Commanders. Now that I think about it, were both games in Tampa, the playoff game and the regular season game? I think they were.
I don't remember the first one, but
because the Commanders didn't win the division, did they?
Tampa Bay won their division. So
this had to have been in Tampa.
It would have had to be in Tampa, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. So I'm in the past, when I said this game was whenever, I don't know. This could have been the playoff game. It could have been the regular season. I can't remember. But here we go. Again, I know it's a little nuanced. I'm sorry, guys, to keep pointing this out. Jags never did any of this. These pre-snap shifts, these pre-snap motions, the little things like this. Yep. You have no shot. If you're in man defense, you have no shot. I'm sorry. If I'm going to run a 14-yard comeback and the ball's there and the route's there, no shot.
Nice.
Jalen McMillan.
Yeah, nice.
What was it like, Travis, when you were playing DB? Because Travis is our resident actual football player. I'm just a high school hero. I still go back to my high school, wear my Letterman jacket, tell the coach how to call plays. Travis actually played at a high level. What was it like covering in man coverage a deep comeback route?
It's ridiculous, but it also depends on what coverage you're in playing it. But yeah, it's
say
ridiculous.
Man. Let's say man.
If you were in man and I hope you got strong ACL. Because that's really what it comes down to. Is just that you foot in the ground and you're having to read all the smallest things. You're reading the receiver's hands. You're reading his waist to see if he's rising at the top of the route. You're honestly, half the time you're guessing. It's based on film review. The quarterback may be looking towards the side and kind of giving it away with his shoulders. There is so much that goes into it. And sometimes you're going to guess wrong. Sometimes you're going to guess right. I always thought I went to college as a receiver, and then they told me, no, you're a DB now. So
does that mean you couldn't catch?
That didn't mean I couldn't catch. That mean
I'm just asking. Everyone was thinking it. Does that mean you couldn't catch? I'm just asking.
I could catch Well, I was fine catching. My problem is I got tired of playing scout team receiver and getting my insides tore up by Atari Bigby, former strong safety for the Green Bay Packers. And I was like, "Yo, wait, y'all have an open?" And they were like, "No, we need a DB anyways." I'm like, "I'm fine with that." And I earned a scholarship by transferring over to the other side of the ball. That was different. I saw an opening and I was like, "No, we going. You need one? Yeah. All right, you doing it? All right, cool. I got voluntold and I was happy about it. That's it.
That's respectable. Inversely, I lost my scholarship because my GPA fell below the Florida Bright Future standards. So we are in two different playing fields here. All right, so the deep comeback, that's one of them. Here's another one.
Bright futures.
A little pre-snap motion, of course. Why not?
All right, here we go.
Well, wait. I got to go back to this play. I forgot
all the tight splits, man. I love all the tight splits. Like, we don't do that very often in Jacksonville either.
One thing this is what kind of made me fall in love with Liam Coen a little bit. I'm not going to lie. First of all, if I was an offensive coordinator, one day I will be. The pistol offset back. Why don't people do this more? I do not understand.
I bet for the Jaguars to do it, and they finally started doing like after the bye week, which I'm just like, well, why are you doing it when the season's over? Like, what? What happened to the first 11 weeks?
What's funny is if this guy was lined up right here in a wing back, this is a wing T. This is a wing T offense. And now we're talking. But it's okay. This is the modern wing T. We'll take it. Love this. That's all I wanted to say. I don't know why we don't do that more. All right, so here's another play.
If you complain about this thing being 4 yards and 3 yards in the cloud of dust, and then later, well, this is the wing T. Well, yeah, that's what you're going to get. That is what you're going to get in the wing T. Run the ball, run the clock.
Travis, I had to make the screen big for this. If I ever became a head coach, I would bring back the wing T and destroy all these nickel defenses in a second. Are you kidding me?
Well,
you put Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen in a wing T with running backs and fullbacks? You're not.
I don't know why more teams don't do it. Hey, man, I'm gonna have Walker Little at Z. Let's go. We doing this.
And again, not only are you not stopping them, you're not getting the ball. Like, you are not getting the ball. We will hold the ball the entire quarter. We will take the ball on the coin toss, and you will not see the ball until the second quarter. That's what we would do with my wing.
So you are Dan Campbell on like morphine. Like, that's it. I'm leading the league going for it on fourth down, and I'm running the wing T. Okay.
Absolutely. And when the pistol came back, it was like, okay, that was like their version of the wing T, especially when you get into that full house formation with the two split backs and the pistol back. All right, here's another comeback route. All day. That's BTJ all day.
I'm like, was that a comeback or was that? I can't even tell. I'm just looking at Mike. I'm just looking at Mike Evans, and I'm just like, was that a comeback? What?
This looks like Travis. This looks like Travis in coverage. Baseball turns the wrong way. Slow as hell getting back to the boundary.
That's me today in coverage. Sure. Yeah, we can go with that.
Bro, why are you turning that way?
They're scared of Mike Evans, man. That man might be however old Mike is. What is he, like 35?
What's he gonna do? Run a skinny post and beat you down the seam? Like, what are you doing?
That's it. That is it.
That's
I don't know what he's reading.
I don't know what he's reading. Route of all time.
Check it out. He is turning towards the quarterback. So he has eyes on the quarterback who is booting toward him and still turns the opposite way. This is like I'm watching Andre Sisco on film all over again. When we had that whole conversation about where are your eyes, bro, what is happening? The quarterback is booting towards you and you see him doing it.
He puts his plant step to the boundary and he's like, yeah, I'm a baseball turn. I'm a baseball turn this way.
Like, these are NFL guys, so I don't want to crack all the jokes.
No, I know. They're all good athletes.
We all have that film.
I know.
Yeah, we all have that play that we want to have back. I literally have daydreams about them just randomly. Those plays that you just wish you could have back. So I get it, bro. But this is funny.
Oh, I daydream about playing golf every day. I guess we have different daydreams. Just retiring, winning the lottery, maybe. Just playing golf, donating to some charities here and there.
All right, wait. If you win the lottery, what are you doing with your money?
It depends on how much money. Give me a number.
Bro, you win the $1 billion lottery.
Billion? I'm a billionaire?
Billion.
You know what I would do? And I'm not just saying this. Like, this is a genuine from the heart. I'm not kidding. You ever see those TikTokers that go around and just hand out random money to people and like make videos?
All right, you're gonna be Mr. Beast.
But here's what I would do. I wouldn't make a video about it. I would just do it without a video because I would just do it without the video. I would hand out money. I'd give it to people because just seeing the people's reactions on the videos, you're like, and I can imagine if someone did that for me, I'd be like, let's go. So I would do that. I would be a philanthropist, but a communal in my own community philanthropist. Give out to the people. If I'm comfortable to live, I'm just giving out money. No one's going to know my name. I'm going to play golf every day. What about you? What would you do if you want to play?
You're just going to be a random stranger that people call an angel. The white white knight. He is
the white knight.
He is come and save us. I got you.
That's
not
exactly
bad.
what I would do.
You are Jim Carrey. That's something Jim Carrey's rumored to do. He's just like, he'll give some, they'll say, hey, this person was crying and she needed money and he gave her $10,000. Like that was just some random thing that he does. And I'm like, all right, cool. So cool. I would probably, first of all, I wouldn't even turn the ticket in until I change my name. So that takes like however long, 6 months, a year, whatever that process is.
You're blowing smoke up my ass if you're saying you're going to wait a year to turn your ticket in.
You think this is a game? My wife and I have already had this conversation, and I ain't won a lottery. Like this is like I'm an accountant. Remember, I have an accounting degree. I've thought about all the details about anything that if I come to a large chunk of money, I know what's happening. I'm starting an LLC. I am changing my name for 6 months because I know in the state of Florida you have to announce the person's name, and I don't need them folks to be after me. I don't need family members asking me for it. There will be signs. That's it for the most part. But
the
no,
signs will be. We won't hear from you. That will be the signs. You will disappear.
I'll still be doing this or something like this. Maybe
Travis
start my
used
own
to come
company
on Friday nights, but we haven't been able to get a hold of him in the last 6 months. So I don't know what's going on.
No, but we'd foster. We start an orphanage. My wife really wants to do that. Something along those lines. And that wasn't me trying to set myself up for that question. I promise. But yeah, it's just one of those things that we would like to do. And then I would probably start a media company and do this thing for real.
You're lying out of your ass. You wouldn't work a day in your life.
This ain't work, bro.
You'd be out here working.
This ain't work.
Humble Travis. Here we go. And this is why I don't disbelieve what you're saying.
We have talked about this off
but there's
air.
a difference between hypothetical and what you would actually do. There's a difference.
I have already been offered jobs covering multiple basketball teams and NFL teams, and I tell them no because I don't want to do this for a regular job. This ain't about the job. This ain't about the money. This is because I love the Jacksonville Jaguars. That is literally why I do this. Otherwise, y'all can kick rocks. You can't pay me enough to do this. I like doing it.
I believe it. Here's why I believe it, because I've thought this out and I do the same thing, but instead of orphanage and adopting people, I'm more of an animal person, and I would just have like a farm and just like adopt animals. So let that speak for what it would be, but I'm more of I would just take a bunch of animals in, and but you know, so that's why I
don't like y'all that much.
That's why I believe you. Animals can't, start drama. They can't break my heart. They can't do those types of things.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think I might be out of clips here. I don't know if I showed this.
I'm going to let you hit up your comments and talk to your people.
Yeah. No, we could do that. Here's what I like at this play, because here's why I like this. This was, I don't know what down it was, and I apologize, but obviously they're in their jumbo package with 2 tight ends. Is this in tackle over as well? Tackle over and 2 tight ends. So this is heavy. What do? They split out Mike Evans and run him on a slant. Yeah. Yeah, and that's BTJ right there.
Yeah.
That's BTJ right there.
Everything's given away. There's run, and then it's not.
Got him. Oh, you thought we were running? Nope. We're throwing it to our best wide receiver, our best player on our team. We're putting him on a one-on-one. He's going to make a play.
So I just want to give you a quick heads up from Diana Rossini. Liam Coen is expected to be named the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars pending final negotiations. He's now headed home to Tampa while his representatives finalize the deals in Jacksonville.
You heard it here first, folks. Travis D. Holmes broke the news. Liam Coen will be the Jaguars' next head coach.
I didn't break the news. I read the news.
I don't know. Kind of sounded like it sounded like you were kind of taking credit for that, but this is from my side there.
All right, I'll just push it on Dilla. That way, if it goes wrong, that we know how this goes. It's fine. That's my guy.
LFG says GG. Neither one of you. Oh wait, Saleh to the 49ers DC. Dilla says Liam head coach.
Dilla already said it. There you go.
That's true. Dilla did say. I thought about trying to get Dilla on here one of these days. I think he'd come on.
He's a man of the people. He'll absolutely come on.
I think he'll come on. I mean, he's always liked me for some reason. I've met him a few times in person. He's always liked me. So I'll try.
Let's go, man.
Solid to the 49ers DC. I hope he comes here. Robert says I wrote it 10 minutes ago.
Sorry, Robert, I missed it.
Sorry.
My apologies, sir.
Hey, Robert's actually a real one though. I had a show where I just did I just let people come on because I'm a big life lesson guy. I like to give life lessons. It helps me feel better about like kind of giving back. You know, maybe it makes me feel like I have a purpose a little bit more than talking about the Jags. So I did a show where just like fans came on and gave their life lesson, and Robert gave a great one. So like, there was certain people in that show where they gave their life lesson and like resonated with me, and like I will never forget it because it was like maybe a year ago. Robert, never forgotten it. Isaiah Jones was another one. Nolly, the guy who makes Racha Sriacha, maybe that's probably a bigger reason why I promote this free of charge is because his life lesson was solid. I was like, so that means more to me than money. If you have a product that you want to promote here on this show with almost 2,000 people watching, then give a good life lesson. Don't give me money. I don't care about money. I'm about to win the lottery and win $1 billion and be a TikToker. I don't need your money.
All right. I'm gonna invent some edible foot lotion. Just
Hey, when you say edible, are you talking about the psychedelic of edible, or are you talking about the just tastes good?
Oh no, I'm talking about just tastes good. Okay. We got some people just really like feet, and I want to help y'all out. So if you're in Duval,
are you saying here live on the show that you are a feet person? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I am not personally a feet person, but I know they exist, and I want to bang you into the fold too. So I'm here for it, bro.
Okay, how many pedicures have you got in your life?
Not a dang one. I'm too ticklish. If I go to the nail place with my wife, like she already knows not to take me because I would kick these people in the face. Like it's a real problem.
I mean, people may not know this about me. They may guess I get about one pedicure a year. I get one pedicure. Yeah, it's okay. I go with my mom, and they all know her because she goes all the time. It's not that bad. Could I personally afford it myself? No, I'm not going to spend money on that. But if she's paying, we got a super chat.
Okay.
Punchlines, exclamation point with $5. Thank you. I faked the Prisco Baselli EVP DM, did the Meyer and Gruden videos, started that Monday MFN phone GoFundMe, and now we're here.
Wait, is this the Heffernan?
Hey, listen. It took a village to get Bulky fired. It took the plane flying over.
It did.
It took the guy on Reddit who did the clown memes. It took a village.
It did. Whew. And it took almost losing out on two of the top candidates.
No, we did lose out on two top. We did lose out.
Well, we lost out on the one, and then the second one. They hinted that they were going to divorce us, but they came back at the last second. We were outside with the boom box with Tony Baselli, holding it over our head in the rain, and they came. They came
on the spot. Aaron Glenn or Liam Coen?
Wait, Aaron Glenn and Liam Coen as far as my preferences? Liam Coen. I told you already, Liam Coen literally was my top guy. And anyone at Big Cat Country will tell you, like, we've had these arguments. He was legitimately my top guy after we did the Big Cat Country deep dives. And I know it was a risk.
Thank you for the $5. Good news is for Travis is that all his articles are online, so you can go read them on Big Cat Country. Gator John Bite says, make sure to hit that like button. Yeah. Hit the like button.
Do that. It's a very easy thing.
It's anonymous. No one even knows that you're into the weird stuff like Travis is with the edible foot lotion.
Man, don't be hating. I don't know why y'all hating. There are support groups for everything, but y'all act like y'all act like licking feet is a problem. Come on now. Don't do that.
Listen, I was about to say something very derogatory there, and I didn't. So I am glad that I have a little bit of self-control right now because I was about to say something bad. Sorry, I'm drunk. Don't be sorry. Are you kidding me?
Come on. Some hot sauce with some Racha Sriacha.
We have devolved. As per usual on this show, we have devolved. We are back beyond belief. Thank you, Carson. Bringing it back. I love it.
Let's go.
Come back, Cat Strike again. Yeah, I'm Thug Heffernan. This is my YouTube. Yeah, I work in professional boxing.
There you go.
Professional boxing.
Yeah, he's Thug Heffernan on X. That's how I knew him.
Thug, you got to hit me up because I've been doing a little bit of Muay Thai, like very recently. I like it. I'm a big MMA guy. I have a little bit of a BJJ background, so I don't know if you're local, but I love all the mixed martial arts. I will say that. Who's the GM? Travis, you're the writer. You're the media credentialed dude. Who is it going to be?
I've been trying not to talk about this for as long as I can. Well, I mean, I always had people saying that there was going to be a link between Ian Cunningham and Liam Coen that never materialized, because then everyone started talking about the John Spytek situation. So with you having the ability for Liam potentially to impact or even choose the GM, I'm going to lean back on that. I still think Liam Cunningham has a chance here. And if not Liam Cunningham, Ray Agnew, because they don't share an agent, but they share contacts, we'll say. That I think that could be a reasonable situation, but we'll see how that goes, because I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure how Jacksonville's going to actually do this thing, because per Dilla, an hour and a half ago, Ethan Raw had a solid part of getting Liam Coen back to the table. And that does mean something as far as his contacts are concerned. So I don't know. That's a curious one, how Jacksonville's going to work this.
We sleeping good tonight? Graham for DC. No cap, Travis. Man's having Toki, so beat emoji. Hopefully Coen brings in some good foot
soldiers.
Travis has feet fetish concern.
What makes it funny is I do not, but this is great and I don't mind it. Like, I ain't got no shame, bro.
I'm dying. Jonathan Jones just linked Chip Kelly as top OC target. There's no way, right? There's no way Ohio State's paying less than the Jags, right?
These days, you're making a hell of a point. That's not bad. But yeah, you don't even need a great OC to play. He ain't calling plays, so it doesn't matter.
Ben Johnson was number one guy, but Chicago got him. But Liam Coen is our number 2 option. He's a great pick. We got Liam. It's official, says Topa.
It's official?
That's what Topa says. I think we should hire a GM player.
Oh, GM, a player, general manager, player of
front office?
No, I guess you lost me on that one. Of football operations. There you go.
You're right.
President of football operations.
Who's the number pound for? Okay, this is a loaded question. right now, historically, my favorite fighter, I'll tell you right now, is Mirko Krokop. And he spent a little bit of time in UFC, but he was more of a pride fighter. He has a kickboxer, his leg kicks. I'm telling you right now, go look up Mirko Krokop's highlights. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. But John Jones, I mean, how is John Jones not anyone's like pound for pound number one fighter?
Did you say Meerkat Krokos?
Mirko Krokop. He's Croatian.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. Ray Agnew. Okay. Give us MMA takes. That's it. It's hard for me to get into the lightweights. These dudes that are this is my hot take. The dudes that are walking around fighting at 130. I don't know, man.
I don't understand the problem.
Like, I mean, yeah, you could probably beat my ass, but like you're 130, dude. Like if I had 2 months of training, I could probably beat you, weighing 60 pounds, 70 pounds more than you. So I don't know. Coen always puts his receiver's best foot forward.
Nice. That was very good. I didn't even catch the first read. Yeah, I didn't even catch the first read. That was very good. That's good.
That was a good one. Coen always makes sure.
There you go.
Travis eating some Fruit Loops. All right, we gotta stop. Be grateful with that sriracha sauce. Because catch that Liz Frank.
Okay.
Yeah, he's already hired. He's the head coach as of 2 minutes ago. Okay.
I don't see that. I see 10-21 Adam Schefter still saying talks are progressing, and he's likely going to be named the head coach, but negotiations still ongoing. Both sides want to make it happen. The belief around the league is that it will get there, just not officially there yet.
Guy with the $5 super chat. Appreciate that. Mason Graham is really good. I don't care how many DTs we already have. Unpopular opinion. I don't know.
There we go.
And I will say, boys, we have reached the 2,000 viewers. You can see here at the top right. 2,003 viewers.
Wow. Way to go, dude. I will let you wrap it up. Thank you for having me on, bro.
I think that's the great spot to wrap it up right there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, that's it. Thank you guys for being here. We hit 2K viewers. I'll take that. We'll take that. Travis, thank you, man. Before you leave, where can people find you? Where's your next stuff coming up? All that.
I mean, we have the Big Cat Country head coaching tracker, bigcatcountry.com. We're going to just like we put out profiles for the coaching candidates coming soon. I won't say I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or just maybe sometime early next week, but we're going to start doing a similar profile series with the GM candidates because now that's part of the process. So stay tuned there. If you want to know a little bit more about who these guys are, take a look at it. You can catch me on Travis D. Holmes. There you go. Twitter, Blue Sky, X, Facebook, whatever app you're on, I'm there probably. Just all of them. And for the most part, that's it. We'll have the Liam Coen announced as head coach article just as soon as it actually officially happens. But for the meantime, do ball. Go Jaguars.
Well, I appreciate you, Travis. Gator John Robert Atras has hit the like button, so hit that on the way out. But Travis, just want to take a second in front of everybody, all these people. Thank you for coming on. It's always the most fun to be talking with you, and I never want to gas you up unintentionally. I never want to do any of this stuff. I legitimately think you're the best in the business. So for you to come on here, I am honored and humbled all the time. So I just want to say thank you in front of all these people because I really am thankful. So thank you. Thank you to everybody in the chat that's here. Subscribe to Travis and myself. There's no telling. I'm on a 3-day streak. Maybe I'll make it 4 tomorrow. There's no telling. So big news on the horizon. We'll see what's happening. And we will keep everyone updated on everything as it comes. Probably Liam Coen, but maybe not. But until then, we'll see everybody. And as always, go Jags.